You're watching Hammerhand, the MGTOW Monk.
Good morning, afternoon, and evening, gentlemen. Hammerhand, the MGTOW Monk. Back at you one more time. Hey, gents, you know, how do I say this? I drive a big distance. I would say that I commute to work. You know, I would say that it's a commute to and from. You know, and then I drive all day, so sometimes it can get a little tiring. But you know, when you're out here on the road, you see a lot of things, you hear a lot of things. And one of the things that I've been seeing and smelling here lately is the smell of death. I'm not going to tell you what they call this road out here, but there's a lot of animal strikes out here in this particular part of the country. And there's nobody to come around and police up the carcasses. Nobody to disinfect the ground. So you smell the death. You smell it. And I have to be honest with you. Every once in a while, I kind of like the smell of death. I know there's some eyeballs rolling. There's some people talking about, oh, motherfucker. Oh, I can't stand that shit. Well, yeah, I mean, I get it. I understand that. But I think for me, the smell of death reminds me of what life is, what it was, what it used to be. I don't want to just get on here and flap my fucking gums. I wanted to tell you something. Our way of life smells like death. It's coming to an end. You know, I'm not saying that life in general is coming to an end. I'm saying the way that people live, that humans live, it's changing, it's transforming. And all you have to do is look around and you can see that for yourself. All of these little petty squabbles that people have, all of the ridiculous tyrannical actions that certain groups perpetrate on other groups, governments perpetrate on other governments, the multicultural experiment of trying to push different races together. It has failed. And it didn't fail a little bit. It was a gigantic failure. It's probably one of the worst social catastrophes in the history of humankind. It's funny to me how you still have people who can see, with all of the things that you see out here, with all of the evidence that has been accumulated over decades and decades and decades, shit, even the last century. With all of that, you still have people who are both feet in, not looking at the bottom to see if it's shallow. They're just ready, man. They want to commit their entire race, their entire population of people to extinction. I hear more times than I can fucking count here in the last 6 months or so. Well, if everybody was the same color, there'd be no racism. Bull fucking shit. Bullshit. Now, if you believe in racism, and I don't, then you understand, especially if you're a black man. Black men, put it in the comments. Start talking about those extra light black guys, or those darkies, them crispies. How many times have you heard that shit directed at you? Oh yeah. It don't matter if you're black or if you have African heritage. If your fucking skin color is the wrong color, there is an ingrained message in that color. And there's a shit ton of people out there that just believe it. They just believe it. It's what they are. It's what they do. And I can't say that I'm mad at them. If you go to China or Japan or Southeast Asia, the women out there in particular have a fondness for lighter skinned men. Now, why is that? Why is that? It's not to say that they won't date black guys or really, really dark human beings. That's not it at all. But it's ingrained in their culture, in their heritage. Why is that? Does anybody know the answer? Because I do. The darker you were back before, say, the 60s, the 50s, when these people started to become industrialized, right? When they weren't being carpet bombed into into oblivion by the United States or by Russia or by whoever was occupying their fucking territory at that point. It showed that you worked in the field a lot, you see? And there's the dichotomy, is if you work in the field and you're incredibly productive, but you have darker skin because you're out in the sun all fucking day working in the field, working your ass to death, they didn't want nothing to do with you. But if you were lighter skinned, it typically meant you were inside. You could afford, like, air conditioning. You could afford to eat better. Oh yeah. That carries through all of Asia and Japan. All of it. There are reasons that folks view and see people with light skin and dark skin in different arenas. Different ways of thought. There are reasons. You know, guys, it isn't always as simple as, well, this was slavery, or they came from that boat, or blah, 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 or they colonized this motherfucker. That's just stupid. It's stupid. And you can see clearly that way of living is dying. It's dying. It's in its death throes. You can see it everywhere. Well, I hope you're enjoying my ride to work. It's a long ride, but it's okay. I got about 6 months of saving to do, and then we out. We out. Get over and let all of this fast-ass traffic pass me. Turn my air on here real quick. Starting to get a little sweaty in this bitch. I hope everything is going well out there for you, gentlemen. I hope so. And yeah, I did want to kind of touch on the scent of death, on what death means, what it reminds me of. And I can see that in the physical and the metaphysical, everywhere. Whether you love, hate, whether you're a fence sitter at this point in time in life, gang, you got to appreciate that we are at a historical point in life. We're at a historical point here in the United States. And I don't have a lot of optimism for how this is going to turn out. I do still obviously think that there is going to be some sort of control. You're going to be under some sort of boot or thumb somewhere. You're still going to end up paying fucking taxes. You know, it's just the way it's going to be. It would be shocking to me, truly, truly shocking, if these systems of usury were abolished. Now I'm going to speak on these people that are carving out parts of Seattle and taking it over for themselves. You may think that I'd be all against that. Well, a lot of me is, but some of me understands it. I do understand it. You know, but when you cordon off 6 blocks of a city and you say, this is ours, fuck everybody else, but then you start strong arming all of the people that are in that 6 blocks for protection money. You just fucking exploded everything that you have said about everything. When somebody gets sick and you have to call an ambulance, an actual real ambulance. When somebody starts a fucking fire and is trying to burn down some of your 6 autonomous blocks and you gotta call an actual fire crew, you don't know shit. And you ain't done shit and you ain't been shit. And that's why we have problems out here in the world, folks. I've said this before and I'll say it again. You are witnessing the rise, the undulation, the coordinated spastic movement of the trophy participation generation. This is what happens when you tell people for generations that every fucking thought that they have matters, everything that they do matters, they're incredible, they don't ever have a bad thing to say. Bullshit. It's bullshit. And you're witnessing what happens when you embrace bullshit, when you embrace stupid economic policies, dumb legislative policies, when your governance is inept, impotent, when they can't do shit, when they can't do anything. Disband the police? You don't disband the police. You regulate the police. Plain and simple, the police are citizen enforcers. Whether you believe that or not, whether you want to see that or not, that's what the police are. They're enforcers of the law. They're not there to help you. That is a fucking PR campaign. They sweep up the mess 99% of the time. That's just the way that goes. My thoughts on the police, I think that they're needed. Do I think that we need as many as we've got? No, I don't. Do I think we need 50,000 fucking laws on the books? No, I don't. I don't believe that. You can't micromanage the human condition. You can't. You cannot. Because when you start doing that fucking dumb shit, this is what you end up with. A population at the fucking boiling point. And this population has been at the boiling point for decades. And they're ready to pop. Fuck, there's millions of them that want to fucking pop. They want to stick it up somebody's ass. And I can't say that I fucking blame them. I can't say that I blame them. Our current legislative and judiciary processes are horribly flawed. Horribly flawed. As much as I dislike the common drug, marijuana, dope, acid, these things should not get you a 30-year life sentence. It just shouldn't. Plain and simple. It should get you put into rehab. That's what it should get you. And if you spend your life in fucking rehab, then that's what you do. Drugs as a whole are terrible fucking things. But it's very, very hard to produce policies that say, fuck these drugs, we're not doing this, and then you have Big Pharma. Isn't that a bitch? I know that this is slightly off topic, gents. I just figured I'd go there. I just wanted to jump on and tell you, I smell death in the air. And I've been smelling death in the air. And I think I'm going to continue to smell it. When you get the opportunity, roll your window down and stick your head out. Tell me what you smell.